to be trustworthy in very small matters, in the smallest of details, is very important in today's gospel. It's one of the principles of discipleship that Jesus lays out in a very small section of the Gospel of Luke, chapter 16, verses 10 to 13. And those principles are placing our priority on God first, trustworthiness, generosity, and keeping a perspective on material possessions and money. Now, this section of the gospel follows an earlier collection of disjointed pieces of parables that seem to be swept together in one story about a bad steward, an absentee landlord, who makes right on promissory notes to be in favor with the owner of the house. All of that leads up to this point of the gospel, that trustworthy in small matters will become trustworthy in great ones. And that true wealth is at the generosity of our hearts, how we love and serve one another. And our priority on God keeps that perspective of material goods and money in check. How we love one another is the true wealth of our being. So this week, let us spend some time reflecting on our priority. How is our priority with God? And also on those principles, where are we with trust, generosity? What does true wealth mean for us? Because the mystery is that the more generous and widening of love and service that we have, the more gifts come back to us. It's not this total emptying and then we're drained of nothing. It's this emptying so that fulfillment comes more fully to us. The more that love is given, the more it is received. And how can we be generous in sharing along the way and keep the material possessions in check? Because the gospel says you cannot serve both God and mammon, material goods, money, that combination. The irony, the grace, is that when we keep our focus on God, the materiality of wealth and money and goods stay in perspective. It keeps us focused on sharing our priority of love and service to one another. Let us continue to be trustworthy in the small so we can love in the great. Amen.